completely lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, okay. So that log is looking for a courier delivered receipt, which is this right here. And my courier service has a completely different oh shit, I'm live. Hold up. I gotta share my screen. Share. Um, oh shoot. Hmm. Okay. I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it. What else? Okay. I gotta figure out what this receipt is right over here. Delivery receipt. What's the difference between these two? What's the difference between delivery receipt and my my courier service versus my delivery receipt and my, I think I already know what it is. Request courier ID, delivery ID, request courier ID, delivery ID, text. The difference is I'll probably still have to do all the ceremony over here. I gotta decorate it and get a contract and specify the data members for each of the properties of each record. So something like that, right? Periodically check to see if he came in yet. I'm just not in. Okay, so I don't know if Sean's gonna be able to come in or not. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. So we take this over here in our, which we just formatted in our event log service. Replay our event log service. In our courier service, we'll throw this right here. So like that. La 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 la. Like that. Okay. The same thing here. Relaunch this courier service. I feel like that should work now. Delivery request should already be formatted, right? Yeah. Yeah, what you mean they're built there? Why is this not working anymore? Why are you not working anymore? Where did I define courier delivery receipt? Over here? So what, do I just do this right here? Those bells, dude. Oh. Where do I throw this at? Oh, probably right here, right? Let's see if the shot is. Uh, So that courier service is running. Uh, you, my friend, I need you to run too. In the meantime, while Ezra tests, I need you to clean up. So delete courier status topics. Run you. Okay. What else I need to do? I need to. You need to be deleted. Not Premier Willis. You need to be deleted, and you will be here. You probably need to be refreshed. You'll be here. You should be empty now. Go back over here. So then we say place order. Customer places order. Make sure that my services are running. Services are not running. Run you. You didn't know it was running. Then that transaction is running. All right. Hold on. What's over here? Hold on. I just want to air out. Did we place the order successfully? Refresh. No, not place the order successfully. Run it again. Do I have a service that's not running? Run, 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 run. All right, customer places order. So that should be refreshed. And then I say courier accepts an order. Okay, then I should say courier drop off. All right, so let's go over here. Orders should be courier accepted. Okay. I know I probably have way too many. Yeah, okay. Well, we know that these two haven't been delivered yet. Our order should end in F49. F49. Okay. Where you at, Sean? You're not here yet. Okay. Customer or published courier drop off. No, I didn't do that part yet, right? Everything still says courier accepted. All right. So now we do this. Let's see what new exceptions we're going to get. Okay. Okay. All right. So cannot deserialize current JSON into, it says I enumerable because, okay. Where are you at, Sean? Did you leave me a message? So we should have a courier delivered right here. That's fine. Uh, so what's wrong? Why didn't it? Why didn't it? We hit this Azure function right here. We have the receipt that I thought we defined. Delivery receipt. Yeah, this should be fine. Like, I don't know what else really needs to be on here. Delivery request, that's decked out. Where you at, Shaw? There you go. Hi.
Hey, sorry about that.
No, it's short notice. I have to return a car rental at 8 o'clock, and it has to be returned during business hours. I just found that out because I tried to return it an hour ago. Um, and it opens at 8 o'clock, and I don't want to be hit with any late fees or anything like that. So sorry for the short notice.
No, no problem. Yeah, sorry. I just had to get ready and stuff. You said 7. I'm like, oh yeah, I get an extra half hour, and then
uh,
nope. But yeah, I should be operating on Eastern time anyways. My job is in Eastern time too, so but can't shake the Central time zone. It's a nightmare.
I've been going hard on this. I'm trying to test out my courier payroll implementation, and I'm just resolving serialization across the wire between endpoint bugs. I don't know when's the last time I really updated you on my project. All right, so I was driving home from Cape Canaveral. I went to observe the Perseverance landing at the Kennedy Space Center yesterday. And then I had this like light bulb go off. You can tell me if it's ridiculous or not. Um, so I have this mobile order fulfillment system. And courier or people at the beach, you order food, right? And so within the mobile app, I have different restaurant menus. The issue or the challenge is that these restaurants are that I have right now are like corporate, like chain restaurants. And so they probably have legal constraints, and they probably just won't willy-nilly hand me their back-end API so that I can programmatically place orders, right? So you're familiar with that scenario.
Yeah, that's why they use tablets or something, right?
I assume that's the reason. So then I was like, okay, so that's the challenge. That's the barrier to entry. I'll plan on overcoming that, right? Once I have something polished enough to demo, and maybe I throw some more money at an affiliate program website so that they know that I am serious and I'm not trying to like, I don't know, take them for a ride. But I think for a workaround is that I could hire a virtual assistant, and when an order gets placed through the customer app, they get a notification, whether it's text message or I think it would have to be text message, or a whatever it is. They get some type of notification, and then they'll go ahead and through the website of whatever restaurant, they'll place that order using the issued debit card that I assigned to them. Now, there's some security challenges with that because more than likely this is some person that is on the other side of the planet, whether it's the Philippines or Vietnam or India or some other country where they get paid very, very low wages, right? And so the challenge with that is, well, how do I make sure that they're not taking the debit card and just running with it and charging up what they want to charge up that's not related to my business and my customer, what they need. And so I need to investigate / research Stripe, in which I need to see if there's a constraint where in real time, when I receive a customer order, this should be a capability that I could programmatically put a constraint on the issued debit card that's going to be used to go to that website and purchase and order something, that it can only be mapped. That transactions at that time can only be mapped to that merchant ID. Hence, the merchant ID being the restaurant that we're placing an order through. And that's my workaround through it. And it's a workaround for securing a transaction with someone that I don't really know that's on the other side of the planet. That's going to be my virtual assistant. And for right now, getting around this, not being able to programmatically place an order. Now, I'll pause for right now, or do you want me to keep going?
You can pause. My first thought is that you have now a third person involved in the transaction. Have you thought about having one of the first two people that are involved in this transaction just place the order? Like, why couldn't the courier just have that be part of their responsibility, or try to change things up so that maybe this is just purely delivery and the order itself is done by the customer or the person wanting it? They just hiring someone to pick it up for them, basically. Then you don't have to even get the menu stuff in the front end. You just
So the first thought is segregated responsibilities or integrating responsibilities, for lack of a better term. And couriers, they're going to be on more than likely like electric bikes, and they don't have a desktop. They have their mobile phone, and the user experience for placing an order on a mobile phone, I don't know, it may not be as obvious and as quick as a desktop. That's just my ignorance. I'm not sure about that. But what I do know is if I, based on how much competition is already out there, Grubhub, Uber Eats, there's two others or three more. Couriers are not going to be interested in having the responsibility of going to one of like 5 websites and then placing a order and then going to pick it up. That's not what they do. 9 times out of 10, they probably are already working for a food delivery app, right? They're just hopefully increasing their frequency of jobs to do, aka orders to fulfill, since they're relatively close to the beach. So they stay more active, more busy. They get more transactions. They have more volume. That's the thought process. So that's addressing one of your questions, at least an attempt to.
I
The
think that's
other
valid. Yeah.
the other question was what again?
Why don't you have the person buying do it and just make it so that you don't even have to have the menus and stuff in there, really. You just have to have a list of qualified restaurants. And
Because I honestly don't think anybody is going to go through the trouble to use my app to order something and then say, oh, yeah, customer, you also need to order it through their actual website. Like I wouldn't use it for what? So like I want things to be painless as much as possible and for it to be easy. And so I don't want to put that burden on the customer. I don't want to put the burden on the courier, in which they're focused on just picking up and delivering, and they don't have time to try to figure out all these different platforms to place orders through. And I don't want to put the burden on the customer. Customer should just point, scroll, click, confirm, and wait, and then eat. That's it. Else, why use the app? So yeah, I mean, I appreciate you raising those two questions, but I feel like it's non-negotiable for the customer to do the work or for the courier to do the work.
yeah, fair enough. The other bit then is that with that third person involved is since it's the delivery fee alone. I mean, is it going to be cost effective to add another person into the mix? Like it's already really slim margins.
So yeah, that's something that I've been trying to figure out how to monetize. So this isn't like American wages. This is wages where it's just significantly less. And I'm thinking like whether it's an hourly rate or a transaction payment. I'm not sure yet which one is going to be more attractive to the person doing it. Like, so if it's $5 an hour and 5 and 8, what is that? 40, right? I'm pretty bad with math. $40 a day. I don't think that's much for me to pay, as long as like the economy is stable enough. Or so that's an hourly rate. You know, if I pay this person $5 an hour, in which their only job is to observe a notification, have a finite list of restaurant websites, key in the order, right? The workflow is probably going to be there's probably an app, right, on their desktop or some web app or whatever. They send me a notification that, or it could be on their phone. I don't know, but they send me a notification that they entered the order, and then I take the customer's order, and I take the whatever you want to call this actor that places the order, and I verify that the order is correct because a human is typing it. So it's going to be way more error prone, right? So the workflow is they place the order through the website. Somehow I receive the order that they place, and then I go ahead and say yay and let it go through, or say nay, and I have to make changes and enter it, or I send it back to them. There has to be some type of like, I don't know if you call it editor or some type of reviewer role. I know it's not ideal, but I need to push forward.
Yeah, but then at the same time, the issue with that is that you're limiting yourself to restaurants that already have pickup, like or online ordering, right? You could have these people call in orders as well, but you're then playing with international calling fees and stuff, which is I don't know if that's still a thing with mobile phones or not, but
No. I mean, they could use probably like what's it called, voice over IP to accomplish that.
Sure.
But the thing is are they going to answer the phone? Right? Restaurants, maybe not during the daytime or extremely busy. I mean, during lunch, like it's is the restaurant going to pick up the phone, right? Or are they hammered with the lunch hour rush, right? So it looks like placing it over the phone probably won't be ideal. And that could still be error. Like, how do I review or verify?
Yeah.
Like any human interaction, for lack of a better term, like it's error prone, and it should be reviewed. And yeah, so that's my latest idea for trying to push through and trying to get this business to work, even if I don't have back end services for each of the restaurants.
The other thing with that then I suppose is just the question of do you try to cultivate relationships with the actual restaurants and have basically try to get a way to have a direct feed into them rather than having to go through a secondary or an intermediary.
Yeah, so I was thinking that I'd create affiliate or a website for an affiliate program, and maybe it's like a cartoon infomercial type thing, so it looks professional enough and looks like I am serious, and they can understand what the app is, how the app works, and what I need for them in order to do business with them, and with focus on increasing their sales because they're within close proximity of the beach, right? So I got to sell them the idea of why they would want to be an affiliate without coming off as someone that I just have to come off very, very like professional and serious so that they just don't blow me off, which I know they will. If I come to them like this, hey, I need you to expose your backend services, corporate Subway or corporate Domino's or corporate whoever. So, I mean, real talk, I'm not the face to be doing this. Like, I'm the technical brains behind the scenes, wiring things up and starting the engine, but I'm not the face of relationships, and I don't want to be. And that's something that I've always been kind of confronted with. It's like I need a partner to compensate the things that I either suck at or the things I just don't want to do. Yeah, so that's me venting.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like I said, you should just go surf college campuses for business majors and find one who's bright eyed and wants to change the world.
Yeah. Outside of that, I'm just trying to build security or a secure enough payment system. And I'm not going to divulge details of how I implement it, but I'm kind of wrapping up with that.
Gotcha.
Of course, I've been wrapping up with that for like the past 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. Well, if it's secure, being open doesn't really change that. Usually you want to hide the secrets where you're not secure. But yeah.
Well, I think federal agencies like to compartmentalize information so that it limits the probability of someone building the overall mental model and exploiting it.
The from a security standpoint, though, it doesn't Stripe or Square or whatever you're using. Stripe, right? They pretty much cover the security for you, right? I mean, you're getting a token back or something like that, and that's pretty much what you interact with. The only thing you'd really need to be, I guess, cautious of is people's like personal data, I suppose.
I'm not collecting any. I collect metadata. I don't collect everything about bank cards.
Yeah. All you get is the metadata that Stripe gives you, right?
No, I collect like the last 4 digits of the card number,
Yeah.
first name, last name. I don't collect the security code. I don't do that.
Yeah. You're not doing that manually though, are you? You're having Stripe do that, and then they're just giving you that information. Like,
The customer places an order, and I save the metadata on the device, and I forward their information to Stripe, but I don't save their information. I don't save all the details of their bank card on the device, nor do I save it on my server. But I forward the details of their card to Stripe, and that's it.
yeah. So the card number itself never would reach your servers.
No.
Yeah. So your security, from a security standpoint, then you're
Well, it reaches my servers, but it doesn't reach my database server. It reaches my web server, and I forward that kind of like middleware. I forward that to Stripe.
okay. So then you do have to be if you're not going direct to Stripe from the mobile device, then you do have to be pretty cautious.
Okay.
I mean, just you think about stuff like making sure that HTTPS is turned on in the communications and stuff like that. But
I'm using Azure Functions, so hopefully they
yeah,
do a lot. I would hope that a lot of that stuff is secure by default. But I'll do my due diligence, or I'll try to.
sure. But yeah,
Um, yeah. So payroll and a virtual assistant. Of course, the prices would be like a concession stand, hence the movies or amusement park where it'll be marked up. And then there's also a delivery charge. And so then I get the difference of the markup. Courier gets the delivery charge. That's my thoughts for right now.
yeah, yes. As long as you can get it, not price people out. But I'm assuming if they're lounging on the beach in Miami, they're
You're
probably making.
and then the other front is, which probably is probably like 6 months away before I start digging hard into it, is or it's a quarter tail, is the back end license so that small business can actually use my back end services and probably a front end for receiving, tracking, receiving and tracking order fulfillment. So instead of relying on your Uber Eats or your Grubhub, Don's Pizza Shop can like subscribe to my backend services, and they'll get like some like front end web app or something like that, and they'll get an order, and they're able to track their couriers and track the destination where that order is going. And then they don't have to depend on giving a 30% cut to your Grubhub and Uber Eats. So that's the second front. And then of course there's the cannabis and snow plowing, all the other stuff after that. So actually, the second front probably should be the cannabis and snow plowing and mobile car wash and all the other stuff. I'm making progress, man. I haven't worked more than like 3 or 4 hours consistently on my passion project in a while, but I've been doing it probably for like the past 4 days.
Yeah, doing a burst.
Yeah. Well, I'm addicted to progress.
Cool, man. What time do you have to head out to drop the car off?
I need to be there around 8. Yeah, it's like a 5-minute drive.
Oh, so you got late. Another 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, I got like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, still gonna get it done by Easter?
No. Memorial weekend.
Memorial Day. Well, you
Like,
needed at least one. You needed at least one a push of the date. I mean, it can't be a software project without that.
and the other part, I gotta research if there's like drone boats, like unmanned boats that with a remote control on the beach, I could just surf up and down South Beach so that people can see the ad and then download the app and buy. I wonder if that has to exist, right? I mean, maybe not for advertising, but it should.
I don't know. It's possible the expense of buying that and doing that all is less than just paying someone to do it.
No, no, a boat. Like you needed someone to captain it, right? Like captain as in.
So a complex set of computer software and hardware that drives a boat versus paying some schmuck minimum wage to get a free joyride up and down the coast for a day.
It's literally park the boat like 25 yards from the shoreline from like 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m. When the Coast Guard comes, I just get into a high-speed chase, but no one's on the boat, right? But I have to have, there has to be a way, I have to be able to scale marketing so that everybody has the opportunity to see it. Even more than someone just walking down the beach passing out flyers. They're like, that's not effective enough. You're only probably hitting like 1% of everybody that's there. Like I need like, I mean, I could be like World War II when they used to fly over Japan. I mean, same thing with Iraq, right? Where I pay a pilot and they just drop leaflets all over.
I get it. I mean, the boat idea, like when we were at one of the beaches, we saw that, and whatever it was, we saw, it was pretty obvious what they were selling. So, I'm just saying that you're finding somebody that's to market this, finding somebody that's just going to be paid to go out on a boat and put a sit there, probably cheaper overall than finding some drone driven boat that does it automatically. Unless you're talking like a toy boat, maybe. But
else, I
or
would
I
have
don't know.
to. Else, I would have to buy the boat, and I just sit on it with my laptop.
There you go.
Stuff is getting complicated.
You could be a sea captain, man.
Boat,
Why haven't you bought a yacht yet?
because I don't have yacht money.
Not yet.
I'm looking up boat drones.
Did I tell you that somebody did start a snowmobile food delivery service in Minnesota? Out to ice shacks?
No, I don't remember that.
No. Yeah, I didn't tell you, but apparently someone did. It was in the news here.
How's that working out?
I don't know. We have DoorDash and Food Dudes, which Food Dudes I think is a local place, but so it's a Minnesota restaurant that's doing it. Iron Tap. Oh, it'll also deliver beer.
I've been getting raped by the stock market. I don't have to start working again.
You need to get into real estate then.
Not in South Florida.
No, why does it have to be in South Florida?
Because everybody's a realtor.
I want you to come up here and buy a lake house and then let me rent it for pennies.
I love how you think I make more money than you.
No. Actually, the lake prices here have gone insane. I feel like at the moment I reach where I'm like, yeah, I could probably get like a nice little lake lot or something like that as a cabin. It's like the prices go up and it prices me out again. It's like, damn it. But
When you come to Florida?
I don't know.
Stuff's like, translate it. I'm not.
We should, once the conferences are back up and running, we should find a conference to go to.
No, bring your friends. You guys like to go canoeing, right? Bring your friends to go canoeing in the Everglades.
Man, there's alligators.
I know, I saw one yesterday.
I'll deal with mosquitoes and flies and mice and stuff, but not alligators.
I mean, like, honestly, I've never seen a big alligator like just posted up. I see them like when I go to Alligator Farm, but I've never like just went to a rest stop driving, look at the canal and just see like a 8-foot saltwater crocodile. Like most of the alligators I see, they're like less than 4 feet. They look like caimans more than anything.
I don't know. That's more alligator than I want to see, I suppose, in a canoe that could tip over. I've tipped a canoe, so it's. I don't know that I'd want to be in alligator infested water in a tipped canoe. I'd be dead. It'd be over. You'd get like a headline: "Man dies in canoe in Everglades," and then I'd be on the Darwin Awards or something.
How does this work? Do they have addresses, or is it kind of like the After I'm building where it's just GPS location?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if they just give them the because there's numbers on each of the ice shacks, but it'd be pretty easy to miss that. I don't know if they like. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I need how to send your location. I need to hit them up.
Yeah, discovered you can share your location via phone. Oh, they're probably just using like.
Yeah, they're literally using like Stone Age techniques. I'm going to hit them up. I'm going to reach out to them.
Yeah. Well, fish houses are off the lakes at the end of next weekend, so it's a very short season for delivery out to fish houses. But
Yeah, but
I think more people will be doing this. It's the same kind of thing though, because you're not going to have address logistics for randomly placed fish houses in the middle of the lake, just like you wouldn't have it with the beach. Although I've wondered for some of these restaurants that are right on lakes like that, if they would do boat delivery to boats that are at like a sandbar and stuff too. That'd be tricky though, to like the handoff from boat to boat.
I mean, more than likely they'll probably use a jet ski, but
yeah.
it's,
I thought about trying to rent a dock to do like a hamburger shack at the end of a dock, and then just like boats could come by and like pick up hamburgers.
I've seen a strip club in the water. I thought I told you this before.
That's
so the way I assume the way that this entrepreneur / pimp got around the legalities of the island was they had like this, I don't know if you want to call it a barge, but they had this platform on the water. And they had a rope pulley system that connected that platform on the water to the shoreline. And it's like a square like this that you stand on. And I think they would, I'm not sure if they will pull you in or somehow you will pull yourself in. You probably pull yourself in like 15 yards to this platform that had a bar, an audio system, and strippers. And that was in the Philippines. We should do the same thing, except in Minnesota.
There you go. I'm sure the DNR would shut us down.
Who?
The Department of Natural Resources, the DNR.
I never even heard of that before. I thought it would be what's it called? Fish and Wildlife.
Oh, that's basically what it is. So here it's called the DNR, the Department of Natural Resources. They're the ones that regulate all the fishing and all that, all the lakes and whatever. It's crazy. They have like people posted at certain lakes to check boats for invasive species and stuff before they go into waters, because it's just like zebra mussels and was it something foil or whatever.
I was on a boat 3 weeks ago and we caught 2 sharks. I didn't know we had that many sharks. It's kind of scary because that's all we caught. Well, we caught 1 fish, but the rest were sharks.
Wow. Do you have to get going?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's been real. Thanks for taking the early notice thingamajig.
Yeah, so sorry I wasn't on right away. I was just like waking up at 6. I'm like, what? What is this?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Enjoy your weekend.
Yep. Bye.